Hello everyone, this is Dr. Mitali Gupta from Dr. Ambedkar Institute of Management Studies and Research. In my previous lecture, we have seen measures of central tendency. Today we will see measures of dispersion. So, learning objective of this lecture is students will be able to understand the various measure of dispersion like range, standard deviation, mean deviation and quartile deviation. Dispersion. What does dispersion means? Dispersion simply means the disparate or spread. That means a particular data shifted from its mean value or the central value. How much it is shifted, that we can calculate with the help of dispersion. So, dispersion is the state of getting dispersed or spread. Statistical dispersion means the extent to which a numerical data is likely to vary about an average value, or we can say that dispersion helps to understand the distribution of the data, or we can say that it helps us to calculate how much data is spread from its mean value. So, dispersion is always calculated from the mean value. Measures of dispersion. How to measure the dispersion? In statistics, the measures of dispersion help us to interpret the variability of the data. That means to know how much homogeneous or heterogeneous the data is, or in other words we can say that it shows how squeezed or how much scared the variable is. There are two types of measures of dispersion. First is absolute measures of dispersion and second is relative measure of dispersion. Absolute measure of dispersion. Absolute measure of dispersion contains the same unit as the original data set. This method takes a variation in terms of average or deviations of observation like standard or mean deviation. It includes range, standard deviation and quartile deviation, etc. We will study range, standard deviation, quartile and quartile deviation and mean deviation. Mean deviation is also called as average deviation sometime, or quartile deviation sometime called as interquartile deviation or semi-quartile deviation. Relative measure of dispersion. Relative measure of dispersion includes the coefficient of range, the coefficient of standard deviation, coefficient of quartile deviation and coefficient of mean deviation. These relative measures of dispersion are used to compare the distribution of two or more data sets. This measure compares value with the units. The first measure of dispersion is range. Range is basically the measurement of the difference between the highest value and the lowest value. The definition goes like this: range is defined as the difference between the value of largest item and the value of smallest item included in the distribution. Measure of range may be absolute or relative. We can see the formula for calculating range. Formula for calculating range is L minus S, that is the largest value minus smallest value. Range can be calculated for the individual series, for discrete series and for continuous series as well. For the individual series, first we find out the lowest value of the data set and the highest value of the data set, then we put the values in the data, that is L minus S, and we get the range. For the discrete series also we do the same method, but for the continuous series the method is bit different. We will take the lower class interval, the first value of the lower class interval and the last value of the higher class interval, and we will subtract them. So, we will get the range in the continuous series. So, basically range is nothing but the subtraction or the difference between the largest value and the smallest value of the data set. Next is quartile deviation. Quartile, it is the half of the difference between the upper quartile and the lower quartile. Now what is upper quartile and lower quartile? As we have seen in the measures of central tendency, that median divides the data into two equal parts. So here we can consider median as Q2, which divides the data into two equal parts, and Q1 is the first quartile, which divides the first part of the median into two equal parts, and Q3 is the third quartile, which divides the second part of the median into two equal parts. So basically data can be divided into three quartiles, that is Q1, Q2 and Q3. Q1 is the first quartile, which includes 0 to 25% range, and the second quartile, that is Q2, which is 25 to 75%, and Q3 is 75 to 100%. So quartile deviation indicates the average amount by which the two quartiles differ from the median. In symmetrically distribution, the two quartile Q1 and Q3 are equidistant from the median. As I already told you, as median divides the data set into two equal parts, the Q1 and Q3 divides the data of the median into two equal parts. Symbolically, we can say that the quartile deviation is equal to Q3 minus Q1 upon 2. So Q3 minus Q1 is the interquartile range. So quartile deviation is also calculated for the individual series, discrete series and continuous series. For the individual series, the formula for calculating Q1 is n plus 1 by 4th item, where n is the number of observation. And for the third quartile, that is Q3, formula for calculating Q3 equals to 3n plus 1 by 4, where n is the number of observation. The same we can apply in the discrete series as well, that the formula will be same, but to calculate quartile for the discrete series, first the data, the frequency is to be converted into cumulative frequency. Then only we can calculate the value of Q1 and Q3 for the discrete series. For the continuous series, we will get the Q1 and Q3, that is the range, Q1 and Q3 range, that means the first quartile range and the second quartile range. And after getting the first quartile and the third quartile range, we will put the formula, that is Q3 minus Q1 upon 2. So we will get the quartile deviation for continuous series. Next is mean deviation. What is mean deviation? Mean deviation is the deviation from the mean, or we can say that mean deviation is obtained by calculating the absolute deviation of each observation from the median or mean, and then averaging these deviations by taking their arithmetic mean. So to calculate mean deviation, first we need to find out the difference of each variable from the mean. So first we need to calculate the mean. Once we calculate the mean, we will find the difference of each value with the mean. Once we get the difference of each value from the mean, then we will sum up those value and we will divide with the number of observation and we will get the mean deviation. This is the process for the individual series, or to calculate the mean deviation for individual series. For discrete series, first we need to find out the mean value with the help of frequency, and after getting the mean value, again we will do the same procedure. We will subtract each value from the mean and we will sum up those value and we will divide it with the total number of frequency, so that we will get the mean deviation. And for the continuous series, this process will be same. first we will calculate the mid value, and after calculating the mid value we will calculate the mean with the help of frequency, and after find out the mean we will subtract each mid value with the mean, and then we will sum up those value and divide it with the total of the frequency. So, we will get the mean deviation. So, mean deviation can be calculated with the help of mean, with the help of median, and with the help of mode as well. If you calculate with the help of median, so instead of mean, first you need to calculate the median, and you after that you will find out the difference of each value with median. In the case of mode, first you have to calculate the mode, then only you can calculate the mean deviation. Next is standard deviation. What is standard deviation actually? Standard deviation measures the absolute variation of a distribution. The greater the amount of variation, the greater the standard deviation. For the greater will be magnitude of the deviation on the values from their mean. So, this is the basic definition of standard deviation. We can see the formula of standard deviation. It is denoted by the sigma letter. Sigma equals to square root of summation of x minus x bar square upon n. Here x is the value of the data set, x bar is the mean. To calculate the standard deviation, first we need to calculate the mean, and after that we can calculate the standard deviation. Standard deviation can also be calculated with the help of standard deviation can be calculated for the individual series, for the discrete series and continuous series as well. The process will be same. First we need to calculate the mean value. After that the each value of mean will be subtracted from the value of x, and then the subtracted value will be squared, and then sum up those value, and will divide them by the either by the number of observation in case of individual series, or divide by the total number of frequency in case of discrete and continuous series. So, this is the process to calculate standard deviation for the discrete series, individual series and continuous series. There are one more method, that is the assumed mean method. You can calculate the mean with the help of assumed mean method. After that you can find out the difference of the mean with each variable of the data set, and after that you can square those value, and after squaring those value you can sum up it and divide with the total number of frequency and find out its square root, and that will be the standard deviation. Now, the coefficient of dispersion. Coefficient of dispersion includes the range, quartile deviation, standard deviation and mean deviation. How to calculate the coefficient of dispersion for range or coefficient of range? Coefficient of range equals to largest value minus smallest value divided by the largest value plus smallest value. This is the formula for the individual series, for discrete series and as well as for the continuous series. Quartile deviation, the coefficient of quartile deviation can be calculated by this formula, that is Q3 minus Q1 upon Q3 plus Q1. Standard deviation, coefficient of standard deviation can be calculated by standard deviation divided by mean. Mean deviation, coefficient of mean deviation can be calculated by the mean deviation upon average. So, to calculate the coefficient of dispersion, first we need to calculate the absolute dispersion values, that is range, quartile deviation, standard deviation and mean deviation. After that we can calculate the coefficient of these. Now, why dispersion is important? Dispersion is very important because with the help of measure of dispersion we can understand how much spread our data is, or the measure of dispersions are very important because it helps us in understanding how much a data is spread around a central value. So, basically dispersion is the scatteredness of the data from its central value. So, it is very important to know how much our data is spread from its central value. So to measure that scatteredness, we have some measures like range, standard deviation, mean deviation and quartile deviation. With the help of those, we can calculate various measures of dispersion, or we can calculate the scatteredness of the data. So in this particular lecture, we have seen what is dispersion, what are the measures of dispersion, types of measures of dispersion, and the how to calculate those measures of dispersion, and the coefficient of measures of dispersion. So thank you so much.